What if I told you that some of the best cinematography work I've done in my whole career went towards a film that didn't even end up getting released? And you're going to want to watch to the end of this video to find out the true story behind this film. So imagine you're me in the summer of 2022 and you're going to go to Ballyvaughan on summer holidays in about 2 weeks time. And you've always wanted to film a film down in Ballyvaughan and on the Burn because you always thought it was a really scenic location and you'd never really filmed anything down in a place like that before. So you start thinking of ideas. Time admittedly runs out, you eventually go down and you don't have any ideas, and you also forget to bring your camera and your tripod. That wasn't me. So you get down there and there's a really cool weather event happening. A cloud is sitting on top of the Burn like a jacket that sits at the back of a chair, and it's really cool. You have so many ideas to film different things there, so you go out onto a beach one day and you just start filming. And you just go back to Dublin and you're like, okay, let me sit on this for a few days. So you sit on it for a few days and you're thinking of different ideas for what this movie could be. You use different ideas from the world around you to see what this movie could really be about. You think to yourself, well, Ballyvaughan is my happy place, so maybe we want something to do with a happy place, a place where someone feels free. Oh. You continue thinking. You think, why would someone want to be free? And well, one of the most common tropes in cinema is a terrible job or a bad life. So you're like, you know what, screw it, let's go with that. So now you finally have the story for your film. An office worker who's down on life has so much work that is stressing him out tremendously. After getting a phone call from a somewhat critical and somewhat supportive friend, he does what any person would really do. He sleeps on his decision. What is the decision, you may be asking? The decision was to move back to his childhood home in Ballyvaughan down the country. He doesn't know if he should do it or not because it's a huge risk, but also if he does it, he will finally be free from all this stress. However, during his slumber, he is greeted with one of the most magnificent dreams anyone could ever dream. He's all of a sudden transported back to this nostalgic place, a place which he grew up in. He's in his childhood home. Not his home, but the area surrounding it. He walks around and sees the sights and even sees a vision of what he could turn into if he doesn't actually take the risk and he doesn't move back to his childhood home. So after waking up from that dream with some of the most incredible scenery and the most beautiful weather you could think of, he finally decides, you know what, I think I will quit the job. And that's where the film ends. So what do you do after that? You shoot the film, you edit the film, then you throw it up on YouTube. And ladies and gentlemen, that is where the film Dreaming of Freedom came from. I released it sometime in July of last year, and it did pretty well for the most part. People seemed to like it, and it got a good reception from family and friends and other people alike. However, I decided to do something special with it. I decided to enter it into the Fresh Film Festival, and it got into the Dublin Regional Finals, which I was very impressed with. Seeing my film on a cinema screen was one of the most surreal experiences anyone could have, especially an aspiring filmmaker. Then I also put Dreaming of Freedom as my portfolio film to get into film college. Did I get into the film college? Yes, I did. So, mission accomplished on that part. So Dreaming of Freedom is a film that I actually do quite like. It's one of my favorite films that I've made. I think the pacing is well done, the acting is good, the cinematography is very good, obviously with the dream sequence especially, you know. The beginning and the end aren't very special, but the dream sequence, I think the cinematography in that is really good. So, why am I talking about Dreaming of Freedom in this video? But when I was going back to Ballyvaughan on summer holidays this year, I thought I would switch it up. I was going to make a sequel to Dreaming of Freedom. Here's what the plot was going to be. Essentially, the office worker finally achieves his dream and moves back to his childhood home after all this time of thinking about it. But when he gets there, he experiences this feeling of disillusion. Now, for those of you who don't understand the definition of disillusion, disillusion essentially means when something isn't as good as you once thought it would be. So that's what it was going to be. The film was going to be called Disillusions of Freedom. And why did I cancel it, you may be asking? Well, I shot pretty much 90% of the film, but why didn't I shoot the last 10%? Well, there was a day where I stayed up really late. I was actually writing deeds, not words at the time, and I completely lost track of the clock. Well, I fell asleep really late, probably about 4 o'clock in the morning, and didn't wake up until 3. And well, I was actually leaving Ballyvaughan that day, so I didn't get the chance to film the end of Disillusions of Freedom. So what did I do? I just decided to cancel the movie, because I was like, you know what, it's whatever. I'll just focus on These Not Words, get that out, and Disillusions of Freedom can get chucked back in the vault and be cancelled. It was gone. Until about 2 weeks ago, when I decided to put my SD card into my laptop and look at some of the footage I actually got, because I just hadn't looked at any of the footage that I recorded. I'd seen it on the camera screen, but I didn't actually look at it on a bigger monitor. And once I saw some of the shots that I got, especially in the sunsets, I thought, why did I cancel this movie? So I went back and I shot the rest of it about 4 days ago, which is why, ladies and gentlemen, the Disillusions of Freedom, as of today, has been uncancelled. I've taken it out of the vault. I'm currently finishing up the edit. Hopefully, it should be out on Saturday, the 30th of September. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. My new short film, The Disillusions of Freedom, will be releasing on September 30th. So, hope you're looking forward to it. And there you have it. That is how some of the best cinematography that I'd ever done in my career went to a film that didn't even end up getting released, but now is being released. So I'm really looking forward to you guys watching this film. You guys are going to love it. You guys are going to love These Not Words. Hopefully you love this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, there's a button for that. If you did not like this video, there's also a button for that. Don't click that button. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Yeah. And cut. I made a grave mistake coming back here. Nothing is the same anymore. In fact, it's quite the opposite of what it used to be.